It's no secret that every man wants to be more attractive. After all, being more attractive would make it so much easier to wow the ladies, am I right? The problem is, most men believe that being attractive is all about genetics. Either you're born attractive or you're not, right? That's what you believe, but that's not the case. There are so many ways you can be more attractive without winning the genetic lottery. That's why in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 super easy ways to potentially double your attractiveness. Any guy, regardless of his natural appearance, can apply these methods and become way more attractive almost instantly. What's more, none of these methods involve burning yourself out of the gym, following a diet, spending money on new clothes, or getting some type of plastic surgery. These 5 methods only involve some simple changes in your behavior and attitude. That's it. Nothing more. So if your interest is piqued and you're ready to become more attractive, let's dive into the video now. Oh, and you'll want to watch this till the very end because I'll reveal the famous MINGLER effect, which is amazing for helping you double your level of attractiveness. So keep watching. I'm Marni, and from here on out, I'm going to be your very own personal wing girl. Every week, I'll give you the no BS insider information about what women really want, plus instantly effective methods to win over any girl you like. Hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video, and let's get started. Here are the 5 ways to double your attractiveness. Number 1, own your flaws. By far, one of the biggest things that keeps you from being attractive is your insecurities about your flaws. So many men tend to be insecure about a variety of things like their height or their weight or their looks or their income or their penis size and so on. And they think they are bound to be judged negatively or rejected by women due to these flaws. But let me tell you something. We only judge you or reject you based on your flaws when you get insecure about it. In fact, we only care about your flaws in the first place when you seem to care about your flaws. You see, we're not looking for some man who has no flaws. That would be absolutely insane and quite repulsive, to be honest. We simply want a man who's at peace with all aspects of himself. A man who's comfortable with who he is, regardless of his shortcomings. Why is that? It's because a man who is comfortable and happy with who he is shows massive confidence and strength of character. Those 2 qualities make him extremely attractive to us. It doesn't matter if he's 5'6", looks a little weird, and makes just enough money to get by. If he's at peace and happy with himself, we don't care about it. On the other hand, if a man gets super insecure about his shortcomings and starts to think of himself as unworthy and unlovable, that's when we are repelled by him. Maybe not repel, but that's when we're not into him. Why? Because getting deeply insecure about some things signals to us a lack of confidence and strength. And we're not built to fall for men who lack those traits, which means the takeaway from all of this is you must own your flaws to be perceived as more attractive. Your flaws don't really matter unless you place a high value on them. It's human to be flawed. Again, I'll repeat that. It's human to be flawed. Even people like Brad Pitt and George Clooney or Elon Musk have flaws that you might not know about, but they have them. No one is exempted from this. Own your flaws and women will find you irresistible as you'll radiate confidence and strength most men lack. So here's a 3-step practice that might help you own your flaws. So step 1, make a list of what you think are your shortcomings, your flaws. Step 2, ask which ones you can fix or change and write how you can do so. For example, if you have crooked teeth and you're insecure about it, you can always have dental work done and get it fixed in like a few months if you want to. Step 3, every day, thank the ones you cannot change. Yes, I'm not kidding. Show gratitude to the things you cannot change in your life. If that feeling of thankfulness doesn't come naturally at first, and I doubt it will, fake it. Fake it till you make it. Just engage your entire body into faking it and pretend as well as you can. Very soon, you'll produce that real feeling of gratitude because your body can influence your mind to produce an emotion. The reason I'm asking you to be grateful for the flaws you can't change is so simple. You see, gratitude and insecurity can't exist together. If you attach the feeling of gratitude to the things you can't change, insecurities will automatically wash away. The only caveat is you've got to repeat this many times in order to see a result, because only after a few daily repetitions that association of gratitude will be solidified and the insecurities will be gone for good. Now, if you're not into self-improvement practices and this 3-step strategy sounds like BS, to you right now, it's okay. Just try it out as an experiment for the next 30 days, even if it is to just prove me wrong and prove how stupid this is. Try it out for a month and see what happens for yourself. All right, moving on. Number 2, raise your enthusiasm. One of the most magnetic, charismatic, and attractive things you can ever do is be more enthusiastic. Here's why. You see, most women, in fact, most people in general, live very mundane, boring lives. Every day they go through the same routine, more or less, especially now, and they desperately chase the experience of feeling strong, positive emotions like excitement and joy and happiness. Now, if you come in with a high level of enthusiasm as you talk to a woman, or anyone for that matter, you snap them out of their boring, routine-based lives and give them doses of the feelings that they crave. How? Because the law of state transference comes into play. This law basically suggests that in any interaction, the person with the dominant emotional state will make others feel the same way. So when you talk to women all happy and enthusiastic, you make them feel the same way. They will feel joyful, excited, and enthusiastic as they interact with you. And it makes you very attractive and invaluable to them because you basically become the source of what they want. Like I said before, you take them out of a bored state and give them doses of strong, positive emotions they crave. And who wouldn't want to be around a guy who does that? Who wouldn't find that guy attractive? I mean, think about it. I'm sure in your life you've met someone or know someone who's super enthusiastic most of the time. Not in the annoying way, but you know what I mean. Recall how amazing it was to interact with that person. Didn't you feel joy and happiness as you interacted with them? Like you had no control over it? And because of that, didn't you feel like you were more drawn to them? I'm fairly certain that you did. A celebrity who perfectly exemplifies this is Will Smith. Just look at some of the interviews that he does. He owns every room he walks into with ease. He captivates and charms audiences like no other celebrity, and it's mainly because of how insanely enthusiastic he is. His enthusiasm spreads like wildfire and draws people around him instantly to him. And you can have the same effect with women or anyone you want by simply raising your enthusiasm as you interact with them. You don't have to be over the top enthusiastic like Will Smith, which he can be sometimes. Just coming in with 10% more enthusiasm than the people you're talking to will position you as a charismatic, super attractive guy immediately. All right, number 3, be more decisive. Women are biologically wired to be more attracted to men who exude leadership. I've said it a million times in my videos. Since the caveman, cavewoman days, females have always been drawn to leaders. That's why in those days, the caveman who led the tribe had the most amount of sexual partners. This basically means a nice and quick way to be more attractive to women is to be a leader. And one of the easiest ways to position yourself as a leader in a woman's eyes is to make decisions. Decision-making signals authority, strength, and leadership, and almost immediately makes you more attractive to us compared to other men. On the other hand, indecision shows a lack of those attractive traits and makes you very unattractive to us. Now, how do you go about being more decisive? It's simple. When there's a decision to be made or could be made, select an option or point of view fast and state it out. Don't get stuck weighing the pros and cons, the ifs and the buts. Just pick something and make a call first. Here are 2 examples to illustrate this. Example 1, let's say you're with a group of friends and you're interacting with a group of girls. And let's say some of your friends are saying they're hungry but not doing anything about it. At this point, you need to become the decisive leader and address the group. Tell them that you all should go out to this place you know and grab something to eat. Hey, let's go eat at this amazing steakhouse nearby. We've been here for a while now and I'm getting really hungry. That's all you gotta say. Something as simple as that will do the trick. They'll immediately start to look at you as the leader of the group, and the women present will start to respect and admire you, and you become more attractive. Example number 2, imagine you're about to ask out a girl. Being decisive in this case would mean telling her exactly where you want to go and when. Hey, let's go for dinner this Saturday. I know a great place around 5th Avenue, and after that we can go dancing. That's what asking out a girl should look like. Don't do what most men tend to do, which is this. Don't ask the girl where she wants to go, when she wants to go, and so on. That's super indecisive and unattractive. Make a plan and let her know about it. If she has any problem with the logistics, you guys can discuss and figure out a solution. Now, if you're someone who overthinks a lot and has a hard time making quick decisions, I have 2 tools for you. You see, the reason you overthink and act indecisively is because of fear. Fear of missing out, fear of making a mistake, fear of failure, and so on. Just fear. One great way to eliminate all these fears is to step into a state of excitement. And how do you do that? Simple. By viewing decisions as fun little bets. Basically, whenever there's a decision to be made, think you're about to place a bet, right? Do the minimum due diligence and then shoot from your gut. After that, just see what happens. Another way to reduce the overthinking is to ask this question. In a year from now, will this choice even matter? In most cases, you'll see that it won't. And that will give you the permission to just shoot with your gut and not care about the outcome so much. Okay, moving on to number 4, be the mingler and use the mingler effect. This is another fantastic way to be more attractive, but it might be a little advanced for someone who's just starting to work on their social skills. So, how does the mingler effect work? Well, in group settings, like at an office or a get-together or fun Saturday night, or basically anywhere you can interact with people safely, you need to be the mingler. You need to introduce yourself to as many people as you can. You need to engage with as many people as you can. And you need to be introducing people to each other and creating bigger groups. Basically, you need to mingle. Now, the quality of interactions are not that important here. It's the quantity that matters the most. And here's why. When we girls see you interacting and engaging with many people, we make some very positive assumptions about you that makes you seem super attractive. We assume that you must be a popular, highly admired guy. We assume that you have high social status, social intelligence, and massive confidence. And most importantly, we assume that you're the main leader in that setting. All these assumptions make you insanely attractive in our eyes, no matter how you look, how much money you make, or any of that nonsense. Not only that, but you also gain a massive competitive edge over every other guy present in that environment. You basically become that jock in high school who had all the girls drooling over him. Yes, the simple act of being a mingler in group settings can have that huge effect. Now, how do you do this if you're an introvert? Or if you're shy? Is it even possible to do this if you're shy? Well, absolutely. Like I said before, the quality of interaction isn't that important. You can talk to a lot of people for like a minute or 2. That's it. All you need. And if you want, you can take breaks in the middle, excuse yourself from the situation, go recharge, and come back. And yes, sometimes you'll still feel like you're unable to do this. In those moments, just push yourself a little bit. That little discomfort will only help you grow as a person. And just remember the reward. It'll make you extremely attractive to the girls in the environment, which is why you're watching this video in the first place. Also, before I move on to the next point, when mingling with people, if you add the other tips like raising your enthusiasm and being decisive, your perceived attractiveness will go through the roof. Okay, moving to the last and final point. Number 5, be more playful. If I had to pick the number 1 trait I'm attracted to in a man, I think it would be a tie between confidence and playfulness. Playfulness is at the heart of being charismatic and attractive. Men who tend not to take things seriously have a nice sense of humor and are often very playful in their interactions, possess a massive advantage with women. And it's a much bigger advantage than anything else you can think of, or anything else I can think of. We instinctively love a guy who can be playful, funny, and goofy and make us laugh in the process. It's like a cheat code to the female heart. A guy who can make us smile sparks a deep sense of rapport and connection in a matter of seconds. And not only that, but because he's making us feel so good as we talk to him, we get more and more attracted to him as time passes. It's just one of those traits that no woman can resist. And that's why you'll see all these fictional characters on TV and in movies who are supposed to represent the ultimate ladies' man. Men like James Bond and Don Draper and Hank Moody are all very playful in their interactions with women. They always keep the interaction lighthearted and fun, and the next thing you know, they're in bed with the girl. Now, of course, these characters are fictional and the stories are scripted So, it's not always so perfect. But regardless, it does tell you the truth in this particular case. Playful is one of the most seductive traits ever. It shows creative intelligence, charisma, and makes it very enjoyable to be around you. It makes you more attractive. And if you want to be twice, thrice, or even 4 times more attractive than you are now, you should strive to be more playful and focus on having fun when interacting with women. Instead of thinking about how can I get along with her or how can I impress her, ask yourself this: how can I make the interaction more fun? Then execute whatever playful, goofy, or silly idea pops into your head. Now, remember one thing. To be playful, you don't need to be like a comedian or some super witty talk show host. I'm not asking you to be a stand-up comedian and go do a Netflix comedy special. I'm only asking you to do whatever you find playful and funny when you interact with women. As long as you find it amusing, she'll like it. And that's because of the law of state of transference I talked about earlier. If you're still thinking that being playful and funny doesn't come natural to you, then let me give you my secret weapon. Some time ago, I recorded a 97-second video where I revealed this secret weapon, which can very quickly make you 10 times funnier and more playful than you are. It'll show you how to interact with girls in a fun and amusing way, even if you've never made a woman laugh before, and even if you're the super serious type. In plain English, it'll make you a master at using humor and playfulness to attract and seduce women. And it will literally ingrain playfulness deep into your personality within a matter of days, and that is a guarantee. Right now, all you have to do to find out about this secret weapon is this. Click the link below or the link on your screen and watch the 97-second video where I reveal everything. That's it. One click and you can discover my secret weapon that gives you the superpower of playfulness and humor. So please do not wait and join the thousands of other men who already know about my secret weapon and are regularly using it to attract women. Click the link now and watch the 97-second video. I'll see you next week.